was it?
I can't remember.
It was like, I'm pretty sure it was
Same thing happened with Tuchel. I mean, similar situation. Like, he got injured and then started coaching at the youth academy at Mainz, and then eventually worked his way up. Yeah, Klopp left Mainz, and then Tuchel took over there.
And then he took over
at Dortmund.
Yeah. Klopp left.
Oh shit! He did the same thing with Piszczek at Dortmund that he's doing with Aspie right now, and then he had the exact same thing.
Yeah,
it's weird that he's not using Pulisic more, because considering he's already played with him. But I guess
he's been. Well, no, he was at Hoffenheim.
That's okay. That's what it was. Yeah.
Leipzig. Yeah.
With at Leipzig though, they in that system they've got a really tall dude up front in Poulsen, and then they've got two floaters in Sabitzer and Forsberg behind him.
The weird thing about Poulsen is he's not even like your like would be considered your like
a target
9. Like he likes to run in behind.
Yeah,
he's quick too.
Yeah, for a bigger guy.
Yeah,
I can't believe he's Danish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so weird.
They also got Danny Olmo, who's pretty good for their team.
Angelino, dude.
And Spalletti. Yeah. Spalletti's about to kill it there.
He called Pep out the other day. But the City people are saying he's got a bad attitude.
Yeah,
and I didn't realize that. But did you see that tweet that he
Yeah, I was about to bring that up. Yeah. So, understandable, I guess.
He if
he's going to be like, nah, I'm fit.
Yeah.
Reply to the main account.
So basically what happened was Leipzig said that this is the team, Angelino's out with an injury. And Angelino replied to it saying, I'm fit, I'm ready to go. So, yeah, that's a weird one. Because, I mean, Pep has been known to destroy the confidence of players. But I think that was kind of a two-way street there.
Yeah. I mean, he just probably didn't... He's not that old either. He's literally like 24 or something.
Yeah,
He probably just, he might have been coming back from an injury. I don't know. I don't keep up tabs with him, but he was probably told by medical staff,
he can't,
even though you're ready, we'll probably just sit you out for precaution or something. He probably didn't like that.
Which, I mean, that's what you want from your player, but you don't want him going on social media.
Yeah, you don't want that publicly either.
Yeah. Yeah. But manager-wise, tactically, I mean, I think Klopp is the best manager in the world. I really do. I mean,
that's wild.
I mean, last 3 seasons, his team has been absolutely outrageous, and if it's not for injuries this year, I think his team just destroys it.
2 Champions League finals in a row is heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's his third final too.
And those the two, I don't know, maybe not the first season when they played Real Madrid in the Premier League. I can't remember if they were close to City that year, but the second year, they play any other year, they win that. Like if they literally in history of any other Premier League, if they had got that amount of points, they would have won. So they basically had two.
That was Pep Centurions that year. That's when Pep broke 100.
I thought the Centurions were with Mancini. No.
That was with Pep.
Pep Centurions were when they beat United were second and they were 22 points behind or something.
2018.
With Mourinho was there?
With Mourinho. So that was... Maybe was it?
No. That was 28.
That was 16-17.
Yeah.
No, that was 17-18.
17-18, yeah. Because Chelsea were 5th that year, and Chelsea won the title the year before that in 16-17.
Yeah.
18-19, Liverpool win Champions League. 19-20, they win the league.
Yeah.
So they came third and went to a Champions League final in 18.
Yeah, which, I mean, I think at that point, when they got to the Champions League final that year, I think they had already known that they were basically solidified for Champions League, so they, in the league, so they focused on it. Mm-hmm. But then they had a... It's ridiculous to say it, but because they didn't win the title, but they had a title-winning season the next season, 2 years in a row, going on ridiculous runs and getting ridiculous...
99 points. I think
getting a ridiculous amount of points. And...
which is you only tie and lose 4 games to get that amount of points.
Yeah.
Imagine getting 99 points and not winning the title.
Exactly. That's what literally everyone was saying. If you play that any other year, you win it. So they basically have had 2 title-winning seasons with the same 11. Got to 2 Champions League finals in that time.
Yeah.
And then this season, obviously, I mean, they're not doing too hot.
If Poch had trophies, he'd be in that conversation, I think.
But that's why you can't even put him in that conversation, because he doesn't have trophies.
Well, part of him playing the same 11, and I've said this for 2 years straight, is the fact that Kaida, who's been there for 2 years, I think he's touched the field maybe 20 times. In all reality, he barely plays.
Well,
And, like, he was a top prospect coming out of Germany too, from Leipzig. He was supposed to be a really good midfielder.
He was supposed to be like Wijnaldum's replacement, basically.
Okay, so then it's the board's fault for not buying a Wijnaldum
No.
replacement.
I'm not saying like.
Well, I'm saying the lack of depth for the.
It was supposed to be like him and Wijnaldum were supposed to be the two that interchange with each other.
But they're not the same players, so that's why Wijnaldum played the entire time. Because they didn't buy a replicant of Wijnaldum.
I hated when Keita scored against Chelsea last year. I was like, of all people, like to score the first goal in that game, you let Naby Keita, who barely plays for them, score the goal, and it was a screamer too. Like he like just launched it from like 20 yards out into the top corner.
Oxlade-Chamberlain's another one too.
Yeah,
who started out on the wing and now he plays center mid, but doesn't.
He's been injured like
crazy.
Like he's basically Eric Bailly.
He was prone at Arsenal too, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's why when Liverpool bought him, I was like, why would you? Now
you got him cheap.
Now, granted, the one where he like tore his ACL or whatever, like 2 years ago, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
That one was really bad. Like you can't do anything. Yeah, but like when you have like little muscle injuries or ankle knocks or whatever all the time,
I feel like you're just not. I mean, there's also some unluckiness to it, but also like you got to take care of yourself.
And that I saw something that Jack Grealish said recently, that he said that whenever he was first coming up in Arsenal, that the like athletic team were telling him to like take it easy and not play as many games in a row, but he was telling them like, no, I'm going to play every game, because they were going on a run in the Champions League and they were doing well in the league, and he wanted to play in every game. And he said, looking back on it, that's probably why my career went south so quickly with injuries.
No, you're talking about Wilshere.
Yeah,
I thought you said Grealish.
Yeah, sorry, I probably did say.
I was confused for a second.
I probably just thought of Jack, and then I thought Grealish because he's the truth. But
the Arsenal team where they had Wilshere healthy, Sanchez, Giroud was playing. Yeah, dude.
Cazorla.
Yeah.
No, they didn't have Van Persie and Giroud at the same time, did they?
No. It was split. I don't know if Giroud replaced Van Persie. Actually, I'm not sure if they had him at the same time.
Van Persie was definitely there first, though.
They had Nasri, Van Persie,
no,
Fabregas,
they got Giroud in like 14, 15.
And Wilshere, dude. That was...
Remember
when City just started buying all of Arsenal's players? Like, they bought Bakary Sagna, they bought Nasri.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They bought... I think they were trying to buy Wilshere, and Arsenal were like, no. And Wilshere was like, why would I leave the club that I support the most? So, yeah, we were talking about youth last week, like who produces the best youth.
Yeah,
and I was saying without question it's United, based off of like the players that at like high levels.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went back and looked at Chelsea's, and like Chelsea and United are basically like even, but everyone else.
Chelsea's are insane.
Yeah, the thing about I was thinking about this, the London clubs, they all like have the same. Like, Declan Rice played at Chelsea, and he played at West Ham, and I think he played at Arsenal. But on, like, that transfer market website, it only shows him playing at West Ham because he was at Chelsea and Arsenal so young. So he technically wasn't in their, like, reserves team.
He was just associated.
Yeah, so he, like, went there when he was, like, say, between 8 to 16, he was at Chelsea and Arsenal. But then when you actually start getting, like, documented, it goes from 16
once you sign your
older.
professional contract or whatever.
Yeah, 16, yeah. So... he technically is from Chelsea, like, because he played not from Chelsea, but he technically was like somewhat.
He was in their academy.
Yeah. So, but like, if you look at all the London clubs, there's like almost every single player that's like coming up right now have played at like multiple of those academies. It's really weird. And then obviously United kind of they don't do the same thing with like as the London clubs, because there's only them and City up there.
Yeah.
But they took Charlie McNeil from City last year, and that looks like it's gonna be very productive for them. Because I mean, McNeil, I think he's already got like 9 goals in 4 games for the U16s, which is
getting a good partnership with Hugo too.
Yeah.
Which two like completely different, but that's kind of like the classic float around striker.
Well, I don't feel like I haven't seen McNeil's name as much. Whenever
Dwight or Charlie. Probably because.
I've seen Hugo's name, like, there was, like, some game where he scored, like, 4 goals, and I'm like...
Against Liverpool. Yeah. Because they're making McNeil play in the U16s because they want him to beef up before he goes up to U23s.
Gotcha.
But they're going to throw him directly into the 23s.
He already made his debut. Like
Wow.
he's been playing at 16, and now they're pushing him up to 23.
Well, why wouldn't you keep him like 18s then?
Or 18s? Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, the United Academy right now has like so many injuries. They have Elanga, who I said this to Ethan. If Elanga didn't get injured against the Leicester U23s, he would have, instead of Short-Tire coming up, it would have been Elanga coming up and playing. Short-Tire, he's with the first team now, so he's not playing in the U23s anymore. So Elanga's out, Medjbri's out. Pugmiel is they basically like he's going back to Spain, so they just told him you can leave.
How old Short-Tire?
Just turned 17.
It seemed like it. He was.
I mean, he's a
Tino
child.
Andrew and Billy Gilmore are basically around that age too. I think they're like 18 or something.
Yeah.
Billy Gilmore was purchased though. He came to Chelsea at 15.
Yeah.
Billy Gilmore
Rangers.
came in there hanging dong though. Like that boy plays ball.
I think Gilmore's gonna be really good, but he needs to get like stockier.
Oh yeah, he definitely needs to bulk up.
Yeah,
He's like 5'6", short, isn't he?
He's really short. But when McTominay was, I think, 17, he was like 5'7", and then he's 6'3".
Some Chelsea creators have also been saying that about like the new signings too. Like they could probably bulk up some, and then they'd probably be
Havertz
really
definitely
good.
Good.
Havertz
definitely is an assist.
And I mean even Werner still, and definitely Ziyech.
I think Werner, like his body style is perfect for the Premier League, but I think he needs to get used to like being shoved by.
He has to adapt his game.
Yeah. Because I mean,
like the game today for Liverpool, just like literally anybody playing a high line, it's perfect for him. Like there's just so much space for him.
I mean, and I know that he said like a couple weeks ago that like the Premier League is completely different from Bundesliga because the players are fast, strong, and then they're like
statues essentially.
Yeah, and it, like you don't want to hear that from your new signing, but like I mean, it's comparing Premier League to Bundesliga is. Yeah, you can't really compare. Obviously, you can get like Werner played phenomenally today, and he's been playing really well under Tuchel because he's playing the correct system with him. Yeah. But if you're gonna play that system, I don't know where Havertz fits in there unless you.
People have been shouting for Havertz as a false nine or just up there with Werner, which I could definitely see.
That's where he played at Leverkusen.
Do you play Mount like?
You play Mount and Havertz next to each other, and then you put Werner up top.
So do you play a
4-3-2-1, or it could literally be 2-1 or 1-2. It literally doesn't matter.
Right now you're playing your 5 back, so you'll have.
I think the only way that Werner works is if he does have 2 strikers next to him. That's the only way he got big. Like that's exactly what they did at Leipzig, and I think the formation Tuchel's using right now.
Well, he played as a lone striker today because
Mount and
Ziyech were underneath him.
So
which I thought looked good.
Yeah, I mean you just Chelsea, dude. So your 3 back is obviously going to be Christensen, Rudiger, and Azpilicueta, and then you're going to have.
I mean, Silva's going to be coming back soon. He came in team training like a couple days ago.
Who do you think he's going to replace in that back 3?
See, that's what I don't know.
Because you're not going to replace your club captain. Wait, is Azpilicueta club captain?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you're not going to replace him. Christensen's been playing phenomenally, and I saw today that like.
I could probably see Rudiger going out and moving Christensen out left, or maybe Thiago Silva even going out.
I think it'll be meditated rotation. I mean, probably all 5 center backs will get the game time.
The Christensen had a 93% pass rate, which is like phenomenal, but also
I think against passes, United he had 100% pass rate or
and
something.
Again, that's great, but when your passes are between your 2 center backs, basically, that's what he did the entire time. Like.
Well, he broke some lines though, like not over the top or anything like that, but he's still
today against Liverpool. Today against Liverpool, but like what's his name? Lee Dixon on the commentating was like, yeah, he's got 93% pass rate, which is great. That's what you want from a center back, but when he's only making 10-yard passes, you kind of expect that from him. You know what I mean? So like, yeah.
Could you make that same? I mean, it's different positions, but can you make that sort of same argument for like Thiago?
Like.
The center for Liverpool.
See, you should because you want Thiago to be possessing the ball, but Thiago is also a deep playmaker, so he has to play those risky balls every once in a while. So he obviously like same thing with Bruno. Bruno will pass in around with the back line and the other center mids when he can, but his his pass accuracy isn't that great. It's like 72% because he's the only one trying to make those balls up over the top or through the.
He had the lowest
I bet
accuracy in the
Fabregas
first half.
has similar
Yeah.